All of us, a lot of us, would like to enter religion. And some of us don't like to enter religion. But whether we like to enter religion or we don't like to enter religion is besides the point. The important point here is that all of us want to be happy. All of us want to be happy that is unending or without end and without interruption. Nobody wants happiness that has an interruption or has an ending. So that binds us to a common factor. That binds us to be in the same room together and to learn the same things together. And that is that we want to be happy. So therefore, since we want to be happy, we want that happiness to be uninterrupted or permanent. See, getting $1 million is wonderful, but if the next day you lose it, then you're not happy anymore. So if getting $1 million and if you can keep it, inverted commas, you become happy. But getting $1 million and the next day you lose it, you're not very happy. So today if you get a beautiful girlfriend and next week she's with another beautiful guy, you're not going to be happy. If today you have a beautiful boyfriend and next week you don't have a beautiful boyfriend anymore and the beautiful boyfriend's gone with another beautiful girlfriend, then you're not happy anymore. People enter religion for base or basic motivations. I have a relationship problem. I'm going to go seek a monk to see if he can tell me how to straighten it out. If I can stay with my wife or husband, if I should get a divorce, or what I should do. I've had thousands of questions along that nature. Thousands. Over the last 15 years. Thousands. Not hundreds, thousands. Now it comes in by emails also. How do I make my business better? How do I make my business better? How do I get protected from spirits? I'm going abroad, how do I get protection? Anybody do black magic to me? Which Buddha I can pray to get luck? This is the basic kind of reason we get into Dharma. If we get into spiritual practice, whether any of the religions, if we get into spiritual practice for the wrong reasons, then we will not get any results. If we get into religion to solve our problems, we will be disappointed. Why? If our problems personally and on a global and universal scale can be solved, then whatever's out there would have solved it. If Lord Buddha could have solved it with all his compassion, all of us are saying Lord Buddha is compassionate. No one says the Buddha is not compassionate. Everybody says Kuan Yin is compassionate, rides on the waves on a dragon over the sea. Well, nobody can say Kuan Yin is not compassionate. So with Kuan Yin's great compassion and Lord Buddha's compassion, why is there so many problems in the world? Why? Then people say, oh, if we pray to God, the problems will be solved. I don't want to argue, and I don't want to debate, and I don't want to get into a philosophical tussle about the existence of God or not existing or whatever. It doesn't concern me at this time. Why? Millions of people are praying to God every day from their hearts. Little old ladies, old men, young women. They're all praying to God. But the problems are increasing in the world. Then we're being told that, hey, but we're given free mind to think as we like. Why give someone free mind to destroy the world so you pray to God so he can straighten the world, but then if he can't straighten the world, you explain it by saying, well, because you have the free mind to do so. All doesn't make sense. See, if you want to get into a philosophical tussle, you can get into philosophical tussle about every religion, everywhere. What I want to say is this is, God can't solve your problems, Buddha can't solve your problems, but you can solve your problems. So if you believe in God, wonderful. If you believe in Buddha, wonderful. If you don't believe in both, that's your choice. But my point is what? Is if they can solve your problems, they would have solved your problems. Why do you have problems? Why do the world have problems? Why is there global warming? Why is there more wars? Why is there so many innocent people being killed and raped and butchered? Why is there so much prostitution? Then you say prayer is the answer? Prayer is not the answer. So when we enter religion, that it will solve our problems, that prayer is going to do everything. Oh, we enter this exotic, extremely exotic Tibetan religion with its exotic deities, with many arms and many colors, holding all types of implements with great mantras and initiations. Then we say, hey, it's going to solve my problem. And you know what? You're going to be very disappointed. Why? What religion can solve your problems? Some religions, when we do it wrong, make even more problems. Where? So since you guys enter Buddhism, how has it solved your problems? Since you've entered Christianity or taken, baptism, how has it solved your problems? None of your problems are solved. Now the key to religion is not to enter religion by going to it to solve your problem. Why? Now you listen very carefully. When you ask religion or a divine being to solve your problem, business, financial, friend, personal, relationship, if you ask religion or a divine being to solve your problem, you are not taking responsibility. You are escaping. Why? You never gave control to religion. You never gave control to your lama or to your pastor or to your teacher or to your rabbi. You never gave your responsibility to your imam or to God or to Buddha to have your problem solved. Before you got into relationship, if you had that permission from your teacher or from Buddha, is it all right or whatever, and if you listen to them, then you can say, well, if I get into a relationship, it's your fault. If you get into business and your business is doing well, that's wonderful. But if your business is not doing well, you can't blame religion. You can't blame your guru. You can't blame your pastor. You can't blame anyone. Why? You didn't reveal anything to them. You can't just go to them for one or two divinations, say, will this be good, will this not be good, but nothing else is revealed. 1% of the whole mountain is not revealed, yet when you go for divination, you get a positive answer, and then why? That's unfair. That's unfair, and it's selfish, and it's you blaming someone else again. So if your relationship goes sour, if your business goes sour, you didn't give control to religion. You didn't give control to other people. I'm not saying you should. When you have problems, you didn't give control. You didn't ask permission, can I do it or not, or should I do it this way or that way, this way. You went and did it, and when it came wrong, when it became bad, when it became mistaken, when it became the opposite of what you wanted, then you come back and say, well, why doesn't Setrap help me? Well, why doesn't God help me? I do the chanting, I do the prayers, I attend, I donate. Why doesn't it help me? Why doesn't it help me when you never gave control? You rarely attend the teachings. You rarely do meditation. Your chanting is haphazard, without focus. You don't even understand what you're chanting. You don't put your time towards it. You don't even grasp it. And yet, you put 1% or 2% or 5% into changing yourself, but then you expect 100% turnaround immediately. And then when it doesn't turn around, you change centers. You change lamas. You want to see which lama is the most powerful. Which Buddha or which guru is the most powerful? What makes a guru powerful? If you show up and he can float in the sky, any guru today can float in the sky, let me know. I'll go jump in front of him too. What makes a guru powerful? He gives you a magic mantra and then all your problems go away? And then money is all right, everything comes and everything's fine? Is that what you designate as a powerful guru? Or what's his allegiance, who his guru is, what his dharma is, what his lineage is, what his yidam is, what his protector is. Does that define how powerful he is? Or how high he is? Or how many centers he has? There are many highly realized lamas who don't want any centers. They stay and they die alone. Many. Some were living in my backyard in Gandhin, high lamas who passed away. Very powerful, you guys don't know. My backyard doesn't mean they were in my yard, it means behind my backyard. I don't mean anything derogatory to those lamas at all. So what's my point? My point is, we can't blame religion for our problems. So if we meet some sexy wife, and we go and have with her, and we have 3 kids, or 2 kids, or 4 kids, or 10 kids, or 8 kids, or 6 kids, and then we have to work, and we have to schlep, and we have to pay for their school, we have to drive them to school, we have to pay for the clothes, we have to pay for the monsters' medical, and they're always getting sick, and then they want to go to school, we have to send them to all over the world to go to school, we want to send them to the moon to go to school, we want to send them to Jupiter to get school, we want to send them to the Mars to get school. We send them everywhere to get educated, and then we say, we don't have time for the Dharma. I don't have time for the Dharma. We use that as an excuse. Very bad. Why is that very bad? Why? The more I think and meditate on it. because we never gave responsibility to others, but when we have difficulties, we want to blame it. And then we use that as an excuse to cut our Dharma practice and activities and responsibilities. We use that as more reasons to indulge in our indulgences. Very sad. So if we enter religion for the reason of getting rich, getting numbers, solving our financial problems, making sure our children goes to school, making sure we're protected from black magic, making sure that our relationships go well, or we can get a relationship. I know people who enter religion or Dharma or come see me to get a relationship. They actually come and ask me, is there any mantra to attract the right person? Is there any mantra? There are actually. There are mantras to attract the right person. But it's not for sex. There are powerful mantras. Example, Vajrayani's mantra is very powerful. If you read Lama Yeshe's commentary, it's very powerful for attracting people. That if you do Vajrayani's mantra correctly and meditation and the whole thing, not just the mantra, but the whole practice correctly, wherever you go, you'll be charismatic. You'll stand out. You'll glow. When people look at you, they're going to say, what is that? You'll have that power to attract. You'll have that if you do Vajrayani's mantra and practice correctly. But it's not meant to do a mantra so you see some foxy girl walk up, ding, and at night you're going to bed and you say, wow, Kichara House rules. Wow, I got to sleep with her and this Rinpoche is great. Wow, KH rules. Because you went to bed with Foxy. Because you did Vajrayani's mantra. Buddha didn't teach us mantras to give us more power to do more negative things. So some people have difficulty in their relationships. They pray to etc. Please help me to bring that person back so we can have more sex and have more fighting and more karma and more arguments and more unhappiness and more samsara. Please bring them back. I mean, that's what we're praying for, right? And some people even pray. They do lots of puja to Tara. Can I have a baby? I've had people in the past pray to Tara and do thousands of dollars worth of pujas to have a baby. Can you imagine all that money and energy just to have a baby? Wow. And that's why we come to religion. So when we come to religion to have a baby, we come to religion to solve our financial problems. Look, I've been telling people this for years. I can't solve your financial problems. Neither can Buddha. If I could, I would make a lot of money and give you some and tell you to go away. Why would I tell you to go away so you don't ask me for more because I want to keep my money what? Then when I go to Bukit Bintang to LV to go shopping, I don't want to take you along because I don't want your greedy eyes looking at me. So what's my point? My point is, you'll be disappointed if you think like that. Religion can't do that for you. Religion can't solve your problems. We, in this country, and generally in the world, all right, I want this to go in our head very strongly. Why? Then we won't be disappointed. And we will use, inverted commas, religion correctly. We won't be disappointed. And what is that? Religion doesn't solve problems. Religion doesn't take problems away. Then you say, but sometimes I go to a temple or I go to one of those mediums and they tell me how to hit the lucky 4D. They help me to do this, they help me to do that. Yeah, they do. But you know what? Let me tell you guys something. And you guys listen very carefully because Tsem Rinpoche is giving you knowledge here. That's why you're here. So don't sit here thinking, oh, I'm tired, I'm exhausted, I'm sleepy, it's late, I want to get out of here, I want to eat, I want nasi lemak, I want a tea, I want to pee, I want this, I want that. Just focus, just be here, be here, be here. When you go to mediums and you go to those places where they give you the lucky 4D or they give you something, they give it to you on the basis of borrowed karma. So they borrow your karma from something that you have in the future, but you're going to have to lose something to have that. Either harmony will be lost in your family, a relationship will end, or more money in the future will be lost, or sometimes, I'm sorry, death. Because many people have come and reported that to me. And they ask why. They said, but immediately, they're very clairvoyant, you know. Tsai Kung is very clairvoyant. Kuan Yin, very important. Very, very important, very clairvoyant. I mean, Kuan Yin cut her lips, jump up and down, hit herself, and smoke cigarettes. I don't think so. Some of these temples, I mean, Tibet got those funny ones too. They smoke ciggy butts, they cut themselves, they tell you they're Kuan Yin. I don't think so. I don't think Kuan Yin does things like that. You're saying you're being judgmental. I am being judgmental, but I know something about Kuan Yin. I read in the scriptures how Kuan Yin acts. Kuan Yin does not smoke ciggy butts. She does not cut her tongue. She doesn't jump up and down. She doesn't demand gifts. Kuan Yin is a Buddha. Her energy is pure 100% enlightened energy. So my point is, when you go to the temples and you get things, it borrows something from your store of merit. It's very dangerous, and it will come back to you later. So when we go to funny people, funny monks, real monks don't do that. Funny people dressed up as monks do that. They look for spells, tiger's tooth, they look for charms, they look for jade pieces, they look for all types of magic kind of implements and all that stuff, and they bring it back. Sometimes it helps the business, you move up, later it will go down. Why? It's borrowed. It's like borrowing money from the bank, and then, let's say me and Ben, we borrow money from the bank, we borrow $1 million each. I steal it from him, tell him to get lost, and that's it. But anyways, we borrow money from the bank, we don't pay back. For the 1 million, while we have it's kind of fun. We run here, run there, travel here, try this, buy this, buy this, buy that. We go there, we don't even look at the price tag. We do a Michael Jackson go shopping in Las Vegas kind of thing, We do whatever we want. But once the bills hit, and once the money runs out, it's finished, it's borrowed. So when we go to religion, and we expect our problems to be solved, and we expect our gurus to solve our problems, I'm sorry, you will be disappointed. Who created the disappointment? You did. By what means? Misunderstanding. What misunderstanding? You didn't study, you didn't understand. So then you say, why do I even go to religion? Very simple. Simple yet deep. We go to religion in order to develop qualities of our mind that when problems hit us, we can handle it and overcome them with dignity, with logic, with grace, with wisdom, and with patience. Why? Because we created the problem. So we shouldn't blame religion. We shouldn't blame Dharma brothers and sisters. We shouldn't blame the Buddhas. We shouldn't blame our Dharma protectors. We shouldn't blame the Dharma teacher. We shouldn't blame anyone because we created the problems. So you want a quick fix. You don't get the quick fix. Then you want to blame, you want to get angry, you want to shout, you want to tell off, you want to say no, oh, I've wasted my time. Then you're wrong. Why are you wrong? Because you haven't been listening to the Dharma then. Now, if you prove to me that religion can solve your problems, then I'll take back what I said. Prove to me. All the problems in the world on a global scale, an individual scale, must be removed. Must be. There are so many churches and Buddhist temples and synagogues and blah, blah, blah around the world. There's so many, and more are coming up. But why are the problems increasing? Why? Is it A, we're not practicing religion correctly, or we're practicing it correctly? It must be A.